My name's Christy Kennedy. I'm a Barkindji and Ngarrindjeri woman. I was born and raised in Bourke. So I'm Barkindji from Wilcannia, Ivanhoe Way, and Ngarrindjeri from the coast of South Australia. My grandmother, Eileen Mackey, was a traditional Aboriginal weaver, beautiful artist. She could paint anything you put in front of her. She loved Van Gogh, but her favourite artist was Albert Namatjira. So she would be inspired by his work and do lots of china painting, acrylic on canvas, and then she'd do her weaving as well, and she'd teach other people who wanted to learn how to weave. So Nan would get traditional rushes from South Australia when we'd visit. A lot of her nieces and family, like Auntie Ellen Trevorrow, would get the rushes ready for her when she'd arrive. So she didn't have to necessarily sit there and pick it the whole day. She would teach them, or they would sit with her while she weaved, and they'd tell stories. And then she'd bring like a whole thing of rushes home with her like this. It takes forever to pick them, so that was a sign of respect that they do that for her. And she would let me sit there and she would teach me how to do it as well. And she'd sit there and talk to us about what we were doing and the rushes and how important it was. Weaving is a very special process. Every time I do it, I think of my grandmother and the times that we would share together from a young age. I'm now passing that down to my family, my cousins and my nieces. So with weaving, Auntie Ellen Trevorrow is known for saying stitch by stitch. So you stitch like this as you weave, and with raffia you use a needle. So you do it this way, and even though you're using raffia, it's still the same process. It's like you're stitching part of you into the weaving. So you're part of the weaving, you're part of the process, and it's your body and soul that's going into the work. So it's all about this spiritual connection with the work that you're doing. It feels incredibly amazing being able to learn and create pieces from this traditional way of weaving that was passed down to me from when I was quite young. It's still quite alive and still thriving. There is some pressure with the knowledge that I have to share it, but also to make sure it's respected when it's shared with other people. In terms of what I want people to take away from it, the spiral look. It is the process of the weaving like this. So think of the weaving as being a part of you and a part of your soul. And each stitch by stitch, you're weaving a part of yourself into the project.